I have three of my favorite things: free pattern, pieces and parts, and lots of quilt images. So stay tuned, keep watching. Hi, it's Fran Morgan with Fabric Cafe, and today is a very exciting day here on our YouTube channel. We have a brand new free pattern for you. Now, our free patterns are rotated out every couple of months, so this is a limited time. So if you're interested, stay tuned to the end and we'll step through how to get the new free pattern. Now, I'm excited to announce that the new one is called Foursquare. So let's check that quilt out. So here we have a really fun free pattern for you, and I just love it. This is our Foursquare pattern, and it's just simply all of these little squares which goes together great, and it's perfect for some of the smaller prints and some of the artsy prints that we have. Let's check all that out. So the very first kit that we have for you, which I just love. This is just gorgeous. We have all of these blues, and I don't know about you, but blue is definitely one of my favorite colors, and these batiks are just rich and yummy. So we are gonna have our focus fabric in here where the red is, and it'll also be on the border. Our beautiful, look at this, it's like a fern. It's just greens and blues, and it's just kind of like by the sea looking to me. That's going to go in our number 2 spot, as well as on the border out here. And then our really yummy number 3, which is a little darker navy, but you can see how perfectly it picks up the blues in our focus fabric. And that will be on all of our number 3 spots and on the border. So we're going to step through this. I will give you the kit number in the end, so keep watching. What I would like to do now is kind of talk about our pattern and step through the Foursquare pattern and how it's made. There's a couple of little unique things about this pattern, so let's do that. I have some pieces and parts for you, and I'm just going to grab these really quick. Now, the Foursquare pattern is all made with strip assemblies. And of course, we step all of that through for you. So we have a strip assembly A, B, and C. They're all made exactly the same, but with different fabric layout combinations. So let's look at those. So the first one that we have here, this is strip assembly A. And as you can see, we've just taken a long strip of fabric that we've cut by width of fabric, and we've put them together in order, just sewn them together on their long edges. Then what we're going to do is just cut off a unit here. And I've got one of those right here. And you can see it looks just like that. So easy peasy, so super simple. Now the really great thing is I've got a unit B and C here, which are made very similarly. So unit B is exactly the same way, but as you can see, if you compare it to our A, our second strip assembly, we've just changed the positions of where the fabric is sewn together. So that's just like the first one, just moved around a little. I'm going to put these together so that you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So this one's our A, this one is our B, and then we have C here. Now C, exactly the same thing. 3 strips sewn together on their long edges here. But this one is, once again, a little bit different fabric placement, even from our A or our B. As you can see, we've switched these around. So we have a strip assembly A, B, and C. Now I'm going to set these aside and get 3 unit A's from our strip assembly A. And then here I have 2 more unit A's. Now this is a little bit different pattern, the Foursquare, and that is that the rows go together, and we show you here on the pattern, by sewing our units end to end. So basically all we're doing is we're going to put this one here, and here we can just, Natalie, if she can help me open this up, and we can show you exactly on the quilt. Great, thank you so much. All right, and then this one will go here on the end, and then I'm going to put this one down here just so that you can get the idea. So you can see here that we've sewn our 3 units end to end, and you'll do the same thing to make the other rows. Our row with our unit B's and our row with our unit C's. You're just going to take 3 units and sew them end to end, and then we sew our rows together to make the center part of the quilt. Very simple, very easy, very fast. So let's put these up, and then I want to show you something else very unique about our 4 square pattern. Okay, now I have a couple of blocks here that we've cut out of our number 3 for corner blocks, as well as a border strip. So just a little bit of a sample. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but as you can see, here's our first border here and here, and then we have a corner block. So there's actually 3 borders, and 2 of them have a corner block. So when you're doing a corner block, it's important that we measure this center section all the way from the edge here all the way to the next edge. So just get your tape measure and measure that. Now it's going to include your seam allowance. So if whatever the measurement is, make sure that that includes your seam allowance, and you're going to cut your border strip that length. You're going to repeat this on the long edges of your quilt top as well. And then after we get our border strips cut to the measurement that you've taken, we're just going to take one of our corner blocks and sew it to each end of your border strip. One here and then one on the other end. Now this will be the top and the bottom of your quilt. You're going to sew your sides on first after they're cut to the measurement that you've taken, and then we're going to put the strips with the corner blocks sewn to each end onto that. So it's actually very, very simple, and it really does keep your strips and your quilt top very nice and square and perfect for the long arm. So let's look at this kit one more time, because these fabrics are just beautiful. I love the beautiful blues. And our kit is Temperance Blues. The number is 8022292, and this is with the free downloadable 4 square pattern, and it's just gorgeous. Now before we leave, don't forget, I've promised that image on this screen, and we're going to check that out now. And you can see, just looking at how gorgeous these blues blend together, and they just make such a lovely, yummy, fresh quilt. And I just think it is so much fun. And it's really simple to put together, as you saw there too. So a super fast project. Don't forget, limited time, so be sure and go grab it. Now, we have a couple of more kits that I think will look fantastic in the 4 square pattern. Let's show you those as well. So our next one, I just think this fabric is so charming. We have as our focus fabric these fun kind of folksy flowers on the black, and that is just so wonderful. Now remember, this will be our focus fabric, which is here. Then our number 2, same print, very fun, and it goes in the number 2, which is here, and in the lighter block here. And then our number 3 is this kind of great textural blue, which looks fantastic, both with the number 2 and the number 1 fabric here. It just looks great. And you know, it's really cool because I think this is the perfect size print for a smaller block like this. I think it's really helpful to see how great the smaller print can go in a little square pattern like this for our 4 square. Now let's check out the image on the screen. It looks just great, and you can see how charming that is. I can see this in so many places in my home. It is just absolutely darling, and how perfect those fabrics play off of each other. So the kit information on this one is 8022293. This is called Fiesta Flowers, and once again, this is using our free 4 square pattern. All right, the next one we have, oh wow, this is a yowzer. I love this. This is just gorgeous, gorgeous fabric. And this is a little bit more kind of a modern twist to this. And what's really cool is the 4 square pattern looks good in so many different kind of genres of fabric, I guess you would say. And this is no exception. These just blend beautifully. So this will be our focus. And once again, the focus is the red parts on our quilt. The number 2 is this great kind of a turquoisey blue. Has a little bit of the lights and the darks in it, so it'll pick up all of these in our number 1. And then our number 3, the purples and pinks and blues, looks really cool with the number 1 focus fabric as well. Now let's check out the image for this one. And doesn't this just look like it belongs in one of those upscale modern houses that we see all the time? It's just gorgeous. And I think it's an excellent example of how the 4-square pattern can change a look just by changing the fabric. And I think it's awesome. So this quilt kit is called Galaxy, and the number is 8022294. And once again, it is going with our 4-square pattern. Okay, last but not least, of course, is this lovely, lovely brown fabric here. This is a little bit more traditional. So we've gone our modern, we've kind of gone folksy, we've gone fun, and now we're gonna kind of hit that traditional twist, which I really, really like this. I think these are gonna go great together. So our number 1 fabric are these greens and beiges. And of course, again, where the red is. Our number 2 fabric perfectly coordinates with our focus with a little bit of a vine in this beige, and that will go where the peach is here. And then our number 3 fabric. Oh, I like this fabric. This is so much fun, and it picks up all of these colors in the number 1 with the greens and the golds, and it's just fantastic. Now, let's look at the cool image on the screen, because once again, it changes so drastically from fabric choice to fabric choice, and it just shows the versatility of this pattern and how great it can look in so many different fabric kind of styles. So I think it's really awesome that we get to do this for you. And be sure and let us know if you like the images on the screen. I know a lot of you have, and let us know if we need to keep doing that. Kit number 8022295. This kit is called Windham Manor, and of course it is our 4-square kit. Now if you would like to go online, which I know you do, and download that free pattern of the 4-square, just visit our website and go to our free goodies tab, and it will be there waiting for you to download. Now remember, it is a limited time. We do rotate these out, so don't wait. Please go ahead and get that. Now, it was lots of fun. I really appreciate you joining us, and thank you till next time. It's Fran Morgan, Fabric Cafe.